our passionate chiefs, our vibrant artists present here, the cultural custodians, and all the participants standing beyond the existing protocols. So it's really a great pleasure for UNESCO really to be here to celebrate this remarkable initiative of the Afro Gastro Festival 2025, masterfully organized by the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts. This festival, under the resonance of the theme, connecting culture through food, music and heritage, is more than just an event. It is a vibrant tapestry woven with the thread of human experience and a shared legacy. So in an era that demands constant innovation and perpetual engagement, and I would say, epitomized by the 24-hour economy, I think this is really the right event and at the right place, because this festival stands as a beacon. It illuminates how our rich cultural assets are not just relics of the past, but dynamic engine for present prosperity and future growth. So as we look into the subject that we looked at it, the three elements, food, music, and heritage. The food, beyond the sustenance, cuisine is a profound narrative of history, migration, and adaptation. Whether you travel beyond the continents, you'll be amazed to see that the history that we share with the Caribbean presented here by the excellencies of the different Caribbean countries and also African countries present here, you will understand how deep we are connected and how deep it brings back our history, but more powerfully, how it really speaks into our present days and also demonstrate that our cultural identity, our connectivity, and also the space in which we have to trade together remain intact and is waiting only for us to collaborate and to boost our shared economies. So it is the share of the meal that strangers become friends and diverse traditions find common ground. So the Afro Gastro Festival invites us to savor the authentic flavors of Africans and its diaspora, showcasing culinary techniques passed down through generations. In the 24-hour economy, we from UNESCO will believe also that this gastronomic experiences transform into round-the-clock attractions, fueling local businesses, sustaining livelihoods for farmers and chiefs, offering continuous cultural immersion for tourists, locals alike. Imagine the bustling night market, the late-night eatery, and don't ask me where you found me on Friday evening, and the early morning roadside wachi joints, all offering a taste of heritage, keeping the economies vibrant and our spirit nourished. On the part of the music, the most universal of language, capable of transcending borders and breaking down barriers with a single beat. From the ancient rhythm of traditional drums to the reggae music, the contemporary fusion of Afrobeat, the highlight which will be praying that it will make it on the intangible heritage list of mankind, and we believe the ministry is preparing a big, huge event, hopefully by the end of the year, with highlight now being intangible heritage of mankind. The jazz music, the music tells stories, express joy, lament, sorrow, and ignite celebration. So the festival really embrace of music reminds us that culture is alive, evolving, and infinitely adaptable. So in the 24-hour economy again, music creates a continuous soundscape for our cities. From live performance that energize nightlife to background melodies, in our case, cafe story and markets. Inspiring, creative, and fostering a sense of community around the clock. It's endless concern and perpetual dance that keeps our culture pulse strong. And the heritage, you see the list goes on, the bedrock of upon which our identities are built. It encompasses the art, the story, the spiritual practices, and the very fabric of the societal structure. So the Afro Gastro Festival is a powerful platform for preserving, promoting its invaluable heritage, ensuring that the wisdom and beauty of African cultures are understood, appreciated globally. For the 24 economy again, yeah, I made my day on the 24 economy because I realize, it is important to give recognition to the government for this inspiring vision, because actually 24 economy should be an African theme of the year. 24-hour economy for the African continent. That's what we're really talking about. So for the 24-hour economy, heritage, science, museum, cultural centers can become accessible around the clock, offering flexible engagement, education, and entertainment. This continuous accessibility allows for deeper reflection, greater discovery, and sustained economic benefit through tourism, cultural heritage, and exchange, ensuring that the past continually informs and enriches our future. So the Afro Gastro Festival, therefore, is not merely a celebration. It is a visionary model for sustainable cultural development, in which I really want to commend again the ministry for really taking the initiative. It demonstrates how food, music, heritage can be integrated into the fabric of modern life, creating economy, opportunities, and fostering mutual understanding and promoting global peace and solidarity. So to conclude, I'll say that UNESCO applaud the ministry as I just indicated. Let us embrace this festival, therefore, as a testament to humanity's shared ingenuity and our collective commitment to a world where culture is celebrated not just for its beauty, but for the profound power to connect, to heal, to propel us forward, and above all, to do business and tirelessly. So I thank you again for your attention, and I invite us really to enjoy and celebrate these timeless experiences. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think you can do better than that. Mr. Edmund Mukala, who is the representative of UNESCO to Ghana. One more round of applause for him, please. Now, you're wondering, where's the food? Where's the food? It will come. All right, it is coming. We'll go there. But we still have to acknowledge a few more people and invite indeed a few more partners to come and share some words with us. Next on our list, you've seen her already. She is glorious, and she's the ambassador of Brazil to Ghana. Her Excellency, Mariana.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Honorable Deputy Minister Yusufi Sakadada, in the name of whom I greet every Ghanaian authority, members of the diplomatic corps, guests and friends. It's a great joy to take part in this celebration of sensory experience that is the first Afro Gastro Festival here in Accra. This festival is a cultural bridge that connects histories, flavors, traditions across the Atlantic. It reminds us that food, in all its forms, is a language. People of African descent, while inspiring new generations to embrace and ignite the spirit. Brazil's culinary tradition, as many of you know, was profoundly shaped by African heritage. From the rich stews of the state of Bahia to the kitchens, the flavors of Rio and São Paulo, the influence of Africa runs deep. Dishes such as acarajé, vatapá, and feijoada carry within them stories of resilience, creativity, and cultural fusion. For Brazil, participating in this festival is aligned with the country's commitment to cultural diplomacy, building friendships between governments and between people. Shared flavors and experiences, we deepen understanding and strengthen the bonds that unite Brazil and Ghana, and indeed Brazil and the African continent. For this festival, we are delighted to showcase feijoada, a flavorful made of assorted black beans and black beans that some of you will taste tomorrow. There are many versions related to the story of feijoada, but most agree that it's African influence, has an African inspiration. As we taste the flavors and share the conversations, let us remember that the beauty of food, like some of my predecessors have said, lies in the power to unite and make us feel that we are part of one rich, diverse and interconnected heritage. On behalf of the Brazilian Embassy, I would like to thank the Honorable Minister Ablazi Fagomashi and her team, the organizers of the Afro Gastro Festival, for creating this vibrant platform that celebrates Africa's culinary genius and its global influence. May this festival continue to grow in the years ahead as a space of exchange, creativity, and friendship across the African diaspora. Medase. Thank you.
Her Excellency Mariana Madeira, Ambassador of Brazil to Ghana. One more round of applause, please. Now we have a samba group in the house, and since we just experienced Brazil, it would make sense to have samba. Are they ready? Yeah. Are you here? Yeah. Okay. Ready? Round of applause for them. Remember, the theme is connecting cultures, food, music, and heritage. Samba is a huge part of the Afro Gastro heritage. And I see the Excellency Madeira, Ambassador of Brazil, Ghana. Looks like she's ready to dance. Let's welcome her to the stage with a round of applause. Hey, I'm not laughing. I'm Just through food, music, and heritage. One more round of applause for our beautiful creators who have made this practical, brought some practicality to our world. Now we have a few more messages and then we wrap up this very glorious opening ceremony of the Afro Gastro Festival 2025. At this point, I would like to invite Nomi Preston. She has my name in her country. Apioko is popular in Suriname. And so I love, anytime I see her, we like to talk about Ghana culture because we have a lot of Ghana cultural elements, and I am Ghana Ebed. I'm
I would say good morning, Happy sir. I am short, so I like to stand beyond next to the podium. Is it okay? Thank you. Honorable Ministers, members of Parliament, I believe are here. Okay, the media says they are very powerful, so we cannot work without the media. Without the media, they won't know Suriname is in South America. I know when I was ambassador in Trinidad and Tobago, they thought I was the wife of the Nigerian ambassador. Or they thought I was from somewhere in Africa. But yes, we are in South America and the Caribbean. Greetings, my beautiful colleague from Ghana. of Brazil, right? And we share a lot of food products together. Thank you for having me here. And yes, you see Madam Apioko. Apioko is a man, it's a name of someone who knows me since I was a little child, and it's a man, so I think Apioko, you can give your boy's name Apioko. He can dance. I wish he was here. You would think he was born here right in Ghana. So Suriname has different type of food. And this festival, I welcome it. And whoever eat the Surinamese food, you might think it's from Ghana. Look at this one. How do you call it? Gari, right? We call it quaca. And Brazil call it farine. And this is not colored, it's yellow cassava. When our ancestors went there, they knew the Gari, and I hear the Hausa call it quaki. So we call it quaca. So when I look for trouble, I tell them the original name is quaca. Right? So because of preservation and resilience, they were looking for products, food products they have. So they used a lot of cassava, plantain, and banana. We have a lot of varieties of cassava. One we call popo. Popo. Can you say it? Popo. Okay. Maybe I will try to do the popo soup tomorrow. Maybe not. I want to invite you to come to Suriname to eat all the African food that has been preserved. Food connects us a lot. Because of the food, we know where we come from. When you say poto, do you think it's only Ghana? We have poto also in Suriname. Apart from granite soup, when I look for trouble media, I love you. When I say we do the best granite soup in Suriname, I'm not looking for trouble. I'm just sharing the culture with you. So granite soup is very important. We eat it with something called Afro. Made with plantain. It's wonderful, and we eat it with gari soup. And the okra soup, we eat it with daigomi, you call it banku, you call it all other names, we have it still. And they survive with these food for 8 years, not only in the forest, but also on the plantation. They could do their own farm, and when they do it the African way. We have festivals, so we don't dance samba, we go to Brazil to dance samba. Right, Your Excellency? That's where we go. We dance at Lake. I just left Lake Libby. They had their festival there for Freedom Festival, and it fell into the Maroon Day celebration of 265 years peace treaty with the Okanisi Maroons of Suriname 1760. And we danced there, and they said it's their style too. Can you imagine? They have another name. We call it Aleke. Google Aleke, and they have a meaning for Aleke too in our land. So you see, music connected us. The drum you call, I thought Suriname was the creator of Apinti drums. But then they used to flag slavery. Dancing, they would dance during slavery time when they would sing a song to make sure they know they will be on high alert. And they would not make them know that they are alerting themselves and it was with music. Payasito no promiso, agile masrayante chili sama pichi. They said, again, Mr. Yan is killing someone's child by burning, marking them, because each owner need their initial on the back of the enslaved Africa. And they were singing to alert themselves. And you will see what I have on. I saw an Angolan lady at a Puss Festival here. And I thought, wow, she saw me putting it on. And she took it. What I put on, we call Jimba. It's a national dress of Suriname. Jimba. And you see all the African signs. Someone came to the embassy and they saw Sankofa in this design. I never knew. I thought we created it, but Africa created it first. And the Africans remember what they have. So it is so important for us in Africa and outside of Africa to continuously connect with music. I see my Barbados right here, and I'm always telling her it's our folklore. Paluma ding ding ding, right? Alama lama de. Mama ya ye. It's a storytelling song. The Anansi storytelling. I thought we created Anansi, but Anansi is created in Africa, right? So what we do with culture is when we eat by the fireside. That is where I met Miss Abioko first, of Fireside Story. And I was the guest. I was one of the panelists. So Fireside Story, let us not forget it. That is where wisdom thrives. And that is where we share the surviving, resilient story for our children. When to eat and when not to eat. That is where we share diplomacy to our children. And I know when the minister will taste the Surinamese one, and the Bajan one, and all the Latin one, you have arroz. They call it in Colombia. Okay, arroz con pollo. It is very nice when you go to Colombia. I ate it because I was there. I went to Mexico, and when you drink, oh my God, I'm not drinking it again. I don't drink it again. You know what it is when you go to Colombia, to Mexico, they welcome you with this drink. So there is so much more to say. But what I want to tell us, the Latin America, the Caribbean, and Africa, when you want to see the most preserved African culture, visit the Caribbean, especially countries that are very small. They preserve Africa more than you can think. We have words, medase, I thought it was British because it's part of our language, and they told us it's evil. So I was rebuking people when they would say medasho and thank you, Lord. I thought it was evil. Language connects us. And I went to everywhere. I learned a lot of words there. They say Wezon. Wezon is a name in the Maroon community. And if she was here, I took her to Liquid. She's Wezon. So they kept words to know where they came from. We have Tamale in Suriname. Tamale. We have Boni. And they have a whole tribe called Boni or Aluko. So when you go to Suriname, we have 100 types of African food. I thought we were the only one that could make coconut rice. Thank you. And I want to go on and on. Those who knows me know I can talk. Hey, I have some friends over there. I want to disappoint them today and say, Minister, thank you for having me. Thank you for having Latin America and the Caribbean. to discover your own food, your own dance styles that has been preserved because of resilience. And we still think Africa. Because I'm African. You know what that means? You know what that means? Pure Africa. And Tanta means pure and strong. And you say Akpe, Kakaka. When I say Akanga, Kakaka, meaning it's very strong. What do you think it means in Ghana? And God bless you. Tomorrow we will be here. I will only do one dish. We call it Afada. And it's just plantain and groundnut for in that surviving walk into the forest of Suriname. They make with plantain. One of it is the only one I will tell you because I want you to come there and see us. At Maroon Day celebration and 1st of July's emancipation. Tomorrow you will taste the Havana. And if I don't win, someone loves me too much to make me win. God bless you.
God bless you. One round of applause for them. Better than that. Her Excellency Fidelia Rangala, Ambassador of Suriname to Ghana, and also the Dean of the Americas Diplomatic Corps in Ghana. Now we have a few more messages that we're going to take from partners. I would entreat you when we come. It's getting hot. The Ghanaian sun is here. You know, the black star burns bright and hot. So please, let's be brief so that we can move on and bring this to a close. We still have a few things to do. So I'd like to welcome His Excellency Thando Dalamba, South African High Commissioner to Ghana, to take the stage.
Sorry about this. Good morning. I'm Thando Dalamba. I'm the acting South African High Commissioner to Ghana, and I won't be long like Excellency, High Commissioner of Suriname to Ghana. I just like to say, Honorable Deputy Minister, members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to express our appreciation for being invited by the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts of Ghana to this important event. It's unfortunate that the South African High Commission will not participate by showcasing South African dishes and music, but we can assure you, DM, that is Deputy Minister, that the next Gastro Food Festival, South African High Commission will participate. I can safely say that events like these are good for us as Africans to showcase our cuisines, to showcase our music, because if you check, like the Honorable Minister mentioned the issue of pap in South Africa and ugali in East Africa, like Tanzania, Kenya, it's the same. And here in Ghana, if you look at Banku, because I'm a fan of Banku, since I came to Ghana almost 3 times a week, I will have Banku and okra soup. I love it very much, and when I leave Ghana, I will miss it. And it reminds me of when I was in South Africa. I normally go to saloons that run by Ghanaians. So that's to do a cut place. So he said to me, I informed him because we ended up developing this relationship. So I said to him, hey, I'll be leaving for Ghana. You know what his response was? In Ghana, we enjoy real food. So in South Africa, we don't have so many dishes like here in Ghana. Yes, we have our own dishes, but they're not as many as in Ghana. But since I came to Ghana, I appreciate the cuisines, and appreciate the music. I'm a fan of Afrobeat. You see, I will go even to YouTube to watch Afrobeat, and my kids, they will even say, I watch Afrobeat almost every day. I said, I'm enjoying it. I've learned a lot of things when I came to Ghana. So those few words, I don't want to say more. I just like to congratulate the organizers of this event, as I dedicated commitment so that the next one, I can assure you, that's about the commission participate fully. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, High Commissioner of South Africa. We got a warm round of applause for him, please. And we're not surprised we like Bantu because it's very similar to pap. And I must say that in Soweto land, they also have their own version of nani, the pig trotters. They do it in a very interesting and delicious way. So hopefully next year, Afro Gastro, we can experience all of that here. Now, it is my singular honor to invite next to the stage another partner, another friend who is joining us. And this would be the Deputy Ambassador of Peru to Ghana. Please, a round of applause for him as he joins us up here.
Honorable Deputy Minister of Tourism, government officials, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests. Good afternoon to everyone. It is a pleasure to be here to share a brief talk on the rich culture and gastronomy of Peru, and to appreciate how, despite the great distance between South America and West Africa, our two nations, Peru and Ghana, share surprising cultural similarities and connections. Peru is a deeply diverse country. Its culture is the result of centuries of encounters between civilizations such as the ancient Andean cultures, our Spanish heritage, the African influence, and the Asian contributions. This blend has shaped a unique national identity that expresses itself through music, dance, food, and popular traditions. One striking example of this mixed heritage is the Afro-Peruvian Festejo and Landó, were born by the rhythm and strength of African drums, instruments brought to my homeland during the African diaspora, turning adversity into art. Similarly, in Ghana, I have personally discovered the same energy in traditional drumming, songs and dances that celebrate life, community, and resilience. The similarity in music and dance made it easy for students of the Spanish section of the University of Ghana to learn and perform some Peruvian dances at our events. When we look closer, Peru and Ghana share many common values. The people are community-oriented, warmly hospitable, and deeply proud of their roots. In both countries, music and dance are not just entertainment, they are spiritual and social languages. Whether in Peruvian celebration or a Ghanaian festival, people come together to give thanks, to share and to honor their ancestors, while fostering a sense of community and unity. In addition, both Peru and Ghana value oral traditions, including storytelling, myths, and proverbs, which preserve wisdom and transmit cultural identity from generation to generation. Peruvian gastronomy is recognized as one of the richest and most diverse in the world. But behind each of our dishes lies a story of cultural encounter. Many iconic Peruvian recipes were created by the Afro-Peruvian communities, who transformed humble ingredients into national delicacies. Some of these dishes include the anticucho, made from marinated and grilled beef hearts, whose preparation is similar to the Ghanaian kebab, and the taku-taku, a mix of rice and beans suited together, identical to Ghana's wachi. Both dishes reflect the same creative spirit, making the most of what is available and turning it into something flavorful and nourishing. When it comes to flavors, both Peru and Ghana share a love for spice and bold seasoning. The variety of Peruvian ají and Ghanaian peppers is a perfect example of how strong spices bring joy to our tables. And in addition, when you visit local markets in Lima and Accra, you will see many other similarities. The color, the energy, and especially the vital role of women as guardians of cultural heritage. In essence, Peru and Ghana, though separated by an ocean, share the same soul, a celebration of life through culture, rhythm, and food. Every dish, every dance tells a story of fusion, resilience, and creativity. And it's in these points of connection that the friendship between our nations grows stronger. May this cultural dialogue continue, because every time we share a recipe, a rhythm, or a smile, we build a bridge between our stories. I would finally like to express my gratitude on behalf of the Ambassador of Peru to Ghana, Her Excellency Liliana Gomez, to the Ministry for the opportunity to present a part of Peru to you all today. Join us tomorrow to enjoy some Peruvian delicacies. With that said, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan Quevedo, Deputy Head of Mission, Embassy of Peru in Ghana. A round of applause for him one more time. Let's show some gratitude. We have another key message we want to take from a friend and partner. And so this time I'm going to invite the Ambassador of Mexico to Ghana. I said Mexico. Can we all repeat it? Mexico? There we go. We say Mexico, right? We anglicized it. So the Ambassador is here, Her Excellency Norma Ann. Round of applause as she takes the stage, please.
You really said very good. Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon, Minister of Culture, distinguished guests, colleagues, and friends. It is an honor for the Embassy of Mexico to participate in the Afro Festival, organized by the Ministry of Culture. We deeply appreciate this opportunity to share a vital part of our cultural heritage, Mexican cuisine, which is not only a source of national pride, but also a powerful expression of our identity and history. Mexican gastronomy is recognized as one of the richest and most diverse in the world, known for its bold flavors, unique ingredients, and ancient culinary techniques. Our cuisine tells the story of a country shaped by centuries of cultural fusion and tradition. In fact, in 2010, 15 years ago, Mexican cuisine was recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. This honor reflects the profound role that food plays in our collective memory, our social life, and our national identity. The roots of Mexican cuisine go deep into our indigenous heritage, with more than 65 indigenous people contributing to our culinary traditions. These traditions were later enriched by the Spanish during the colonial period, giving rise to a mestizo cuisine that is vibrant, complex, and ever evolving. But there is another essential chapter in this story, one that we are here to honor today. During the colonial period, the arrival of African populations to Mexico not only changed the country's demography, but also deeply influenced its cultural and culinary landscape. African heritage contributed key ingredients such as coffee, hibiscus, known in Mexico as Jamaica, plantains, coconut, among others. But perhaps even more importantly, it introduced new cooking techniques and flavors that became essential to regional Mexican dishes, especially along the coast, where most of the Afro-Mexican population live. Mexican cuisine is, in every sense, a living and mestizo tradition. Over the centuries, it has continued to incorporate global influence. From Asia to Lebanese, from French to contemporary international trends. Yet, despite its evolution, it always returns to its indigenous roots and local ingredients, the foundation of our identity as Mexicans. This is why we firmly believe that gastronomy is a powerful tool of public diplomacy. Sharing the meal is not only an act of hospitality, it is a cultural bridge, a gesture of respect, and a form of storytelling. Some of the most important conversations were among family, friends, or even between nations take place around a table. Through events like Afro Gastro Festival, we not only celebrate the beauty and richness of our culinary traditions, but we also recognize the deep and often overlooked contributions of African heritage to the food we eat and the culture we live. Thank you once again for allowing us to be part of this program. Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Moment of wisdom.
Doing this in collaboration with the African Union Development Agency. And our main partner for the Afro Gastro Festival 2020 is the African Union Development Agency. And I would like to invite at this point Madam Yuko Koza, who is the head of the Africa Creative Sports and Recreation Program at the African Union Development Agency. Round of applause for her, resplendent with her juku.
Thank you very much. It is always a big challenge to stand, as the last speaker between the speeches, and something that I assume might be a bit more appetizing. But nevertheless, Honorable Deputy Minister of Tourism, Culture and the Creative Arts, Excellencies, distinguished guests, and fellow creators. Warm culinary greetings from the African Union Development Agency. It is indeed an honor to be
Moments of Wisdom Ghana, yet television show, I will have for intensive years. Your Butayana said, you better check among 4 year one, if I am one kitchen, I'm on a fan in Africa, in Yamasuni. Nasa won't tell you why I was soon in Nasidia, and yet Jimre, number will be in that Moment of Wisdom Ghana television, or all social media platforms. After Jimre, necessary, your website, www.momentofwisdomgh.com. And some it is so among who the amount for you, here, if I am on yourself, Ghana Mount, every mount, and we are happening now. When you agree, and what website one, Nippon Pinton Jibre, upon Conti, or Abrania, Moment of Wisdom Ghana television, now separated.
So indeed, through a program that I'm heading on the Africa Creative Sports and Recreation, we are working at building value chains, creating those opportunities, whether it be for employment, entrepreneurship, but really for the broader empowerment of our people, of